Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a historical romance reading vlog and I am super excited. So I'm going to be reading 3 books. The first book is Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. And I actually did a poll on Instagram, so if you don't follow me, my Instagram is Red Over Heels with L. And I did a poll between The Hunter by Kerrigan Byrne and Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas and Mine Till Midnight 1. So I'm going to be reading that one. I think it's in social society. I think the heroine gets a big inheritance, and I just know that their family is kind of like fun and kind of outcast in society, but this is one of Lisa Kleypas' most acclaimed novels, so I'm very excited to try it. And then I already started this one on audio. It's If the Duke Demands by Anna Harrington. And so far I really like it. Our main character Miranda, she is kind of in lower class, and one night when she is infatuated with this guy named Robert, and he's never really seen her as anything more than just like the girl next door kind of person. And so there's this like masquerade ball, and she goes into his room and tries to seduce him to get him to see her in a different light. And it's actually his older brother that she accidentally seduces. So they start having like a thing, kind of like she's just really like embarrassed, and she's like, what, I didn't want that to happen. And so now the mom of the 2 boys, well, it's like the family, is kind of helping Miranda get into society. And so she's trying to kind of get Robert's attention, but she is feeling like a little bit of something for Sebastian, which is our hero. So it's really good so far. And then the last book that hopefully I want to read is The Bride by Julie Garwood. This is a Scottish romance. And I think our hero is like, by the edict of the king, he's a Scottish laird. His name's Alec, and he wants to choose his bride, and he chooses Jamie, and she vows that she'd never surrender to a Highland barbarian. And it sounds really good. I really like The Secret by Julie Garwood, and hopefully I can read this. I'm very excited. I think I'm going to start off with The Bride first, and then I'll read Mine Till Midnight. Alright, so guys, I am about 90 pages into The Bride by Julie Garwood, and I am really loving it. So the whole premise of the book is that this girl named Jamie, she is like, her family is an English family, and they kind of like live kind of a little bit secluded. They're not in like the ton or social society or anything. And so in the beginning of this book, our hero, his name is Alec, he is putting to rest his first wife, I think. I don't know how many wives he's had, but one of his wives. And then there's this like voice that we hear, like not like actually hear, but in the book, like saying, everybody thought she killed herself, but I got away with murder. And so I guess there's like one of the characters in, I guess, Alec's clan killed his wife. I don't really know. But then we flash forward to now, and so there are 4 sisters, 2 of them are twins, and then our main character, Jamie, she's the youngest, and her father kind of only wants her there because she is always like helping him, like with chores around the house and whatever. And so these 2 like Scotsmen, Alec and this other guy named Daniel, they get decreed by like the king that he needs to pick a wife, and so they go to Jamie's house, and so they pick Alec picks Jamie, and the other guy, Daniel, he picks her sister Mary. And so now they're kind of traveling back to Scotland, and some like crazy action just happened. Like there were these bandits that came and tried to like take the girls, and like Alec and Daniel were like fighting them off. I really like it so far, and I love Scottish romances, and I love The Secret by Julie Garwood, so I am so excited to keep reading this. I'm still reading If the Duke Demands by Anna Harrington, and that's still really good. I need to listen to more of it today. Hey guys, I wanted to update you. So I finished The Bride by Julie Garwood, and I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book so much. It was the perfect Highlander romance for me. There was action. The romance was amazing. That's what really carried through this whole story, and I just loved both of the characters. So I think I explained a little bit of the book earlier, but anyways, so our main character, Jamie, she is getting married off to this laird in Scotland in the Highlands, and she kind of doesn't want to marry him. She's like, well, no, I don't want to be arranged, married to this random person. And so her and her sister actually both get married to lairds, and so they kind of have to travel back to Scotland, and there's action, and these like bandits come, and it's really good. And then there's also this like side plot that the hero's name's Alec, his first wife. She killed herself, but actually somebody killed her, like murdered her. And so I really enjoyed that like kind of side plot, and that really kept me wanting to finish the book and see what was going to happen and who killed his wife, his first wife. And I think the one thing that I loved about this book so much was just the romance between Alec and Jamie, and I thought that was amazing. They had so much chemistry for each other, and Alec was very protective of Jamie, but not in like, you know, a bad way. And I really loved his character, and I think he's one of my favorite heroes now. He just was so protective, and he was always trying to look out for Jamie. The one thing that I think would not give, I don't know, the one thing that annoyed me was just there was a little bit of misogyny in this book, and I think it's not I mean, I'm not going to say it's normal, but I mean, it happens in these books that are older, like older historical romances. It was just a little bit, and it bothered me a little bit, but it didn't deter me from giving this 5 stars. And I definitely recommend it. It is an amazing Highlander romance. It's so freaking good. I'm obsessed with this book now. This is my second Julie Garwood book, and I'm so excited to read the second book, which is The Wedding. And next I'm going to be reading Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas, and I'm very excited to read this one. And then I'm still reading If the Duke Demands. I've been listening to it on audio, and I'm really liking that still. But yes, that is what I've been doing. Today's Monday, and it was daylight savings, and I was exhausted today. I was like, ooh, I don't want to get up today. I want to go back to sleep in my nice silky sheets. And last night I actually just couldn't fall asleep at all, which was super annoying. I was all ready to go to bed, and then I looked up on my phone to see if Taylor Swift won any of the Grammys, because I freaking love her. So just so you know, you will learn to know that I love Taylor Swift. I love everything about her. And anyway, so I looked that up, and I saw that she won Album of the Year, and so I was like, dang it, I gotta watch her win. And so I stayed up and watched her win the Grammy, and then I couldn't fall back asleep. But yeah, that's what I've been up to this past weekend. I didn't get a ton of reading done until Sunday, because I had a couple things I had to do. I actually had to get blood work, which kind of sucked, but and then I got into The Bride, and I really read a big chunk of it on Sunday, and I just fell in love with the story. It's awesome, and it really keeps you captivated, which I really loved. And I think Julie Garwood does such a good job of keeping readers enthralled in her books, and I'm always so interested, and I want to keep reading on in her books, which I really love. And one of the main reasons why I give this this book 5 stars is just the way it made me feel. Like, I felt butterflies in my stomach, and I usually give books 5 stars or usually just 5 stars or a high rating if I had a feeling for that book. Sorry, you can hear the dogs. I have 3 crazy dogs. I have a Pomeranian. We just got her this past summer. You can hear her barking. And then I also have 2 doodles. I have a golden doodle and a labradoodle, and they are sure to be probably in this vlog. I'll show you guys. So the oldest dog, her name is Goldie, and she is a labradoodle, and she's, I think, 12. And then the middle child, we call him, his name is Bruiser, and he's a golden doodle, and he's red, and he's crazy. We always call him the crazy child because he barks like uncontrollably sometimes, but he's really sweet, and he has a really good heart. And then Luna, which is our newest addition, she is just a tiny fireball. She's so sassy and stubborn, and she's just so cute. But anyways, I will see you soon. Guys, so I wanted to update you on my reading. So currently I'm reading Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas, and I'm really loving it. It's super cute. I love all of the characters. So basically our main character, Amelia, she kind of has to take care of the rest of her sisters. Her parents, both of her parents died. And her older brother is now inherited their, I think he's a viscount now, and they inherited their lineage, and so her brother, Luna, go away. Her brother is kind of going off the deep end, and Luna, come here. Come here, you want this? Her brother is kind of going off the deep end. He's like spending all of their money, and she's kind of having to be the bigger sibling and help all of her siblings function. And so now they're going off to their family home in the countryside, and she met our hero Cam while she was trying to get her brother from this like men's club, and he was like drunk and stuff. So they kind of had like a kiss in the darkness, and it was really cute, and I'm really liking it so far. And now we are also seeing characters from past books, the Wallflower series. We're seeing characters from that book series, and I am really liking it. I love all the sisters. I love Beatrix. Oh, Luna! You guys want to see Luna? She is still a puppy. She is super annoying. Come here. Come here, Luna. She just walked away. Oh, you want to play. But I am really loving it. And I'm just about 100 pages in. I love Beatrix. I think she's hilarious. She like brought this, that's one of the sisters, and she brought this like lizard to this dinner that they had with like Lord Westcliff. He's from the Wallflower series, and it was super hilarious because the lizard like jumped on the table, and people started freaking out, and then Beatrix just like stands up and she's like, "That's my pet lizard," and it's really funny. Oh, and Cam, I feel like he belongs in social society, and he is really having a hard time with that. He is kind of known for randomly getting bouts of a bunch of money, and he doesn't want all this money because he feels like it's taking away from his heritage. So I'm just really loving it today. I'm just chilling. It's Friday, but I don't have anything to do today. And I woke up pretty late today because I slept in late last night, but I've been kind of in a slumpy mood with reading. I haven't had a lot of time with reading this past week. I've just been super busy, but I am excited to keep reading this, and I will update you guys soon.
No, not to it. No, I don't need the trouble. I can't think straight, can't concentrate. Feels like I'm seeing double. You're on my mind, deep in my head. I think you're taking over me. Do you feel it now? What I told you about, do you feel it now? Knowing it won't make a change, won't fold your boldest value. This love I hope's not growing up. Still I swear that I'm all for you. Runs in our blood for better good, and I know why you're beside me. I can feel it now, what you told me about. I can feel it now. I will keep going. While blood keeps on flowing. Knowing, no, not today. I wouldn't wish for trouble. I cannot see that I feel afraid that it all fall and ruin and rubble. This love we hope not growing old, and I can see that changing all. Do you feel it now? What I told you about, do you feel it now? My heart will keep going. While blood keeps on flowing. I seen your woes and worries. Just give this time, we'll both be fine. Oh, there's no need to hurry. I know we're strong, right where we belong. Oh, there's no moving us from here. I can feel it now, what I told you about. Do you feel it now? We'll keep going.
to find if your grip is loose enough. How lucky to be by your side, to feel your stare. Sick as a dog, I run my hands through your hair. Oh, my heart will change. I wait for nothing. The intense rearrange, making space where there was none before. She says she's running on time. Darling, aren't we all? I think you could show me something that I won't need to resolve. So twist my words until you can find a way to make them work for you. Your windshield drawings start to fade. Oh, my heart will change. I wait for nothing. The intense rearrange, making space where there was none before. I wanted you to see Viso at night, where once a year the rain obscures the sight. I kissed the water from your mouth, toiling with the thought of perfect, and how nothing ever stays the same. My heart will change. I wait for nothing. The intense rearrange, making space where there was none before.
Didn't think you'd say hi to me, let alone walk by me, even though I know I deserve the best. And just look at you, you make me blush. And I put up my wall so my heart won't get crushed. Cause when you're looking in my eyes, it's like I'm walking on thin ice. And if you can't tell, I'm not acquainted with love that well. It's a game that I never learned to play. But when you look my way, it's like I've known it all along. And what I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna make a move, stop waiting. Cause I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm here to close out this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to go through each book that I read and kind of tell you what my thoughts were about it. So let's get into it. The first book I ended up reading was The Bride by Julie Garwood, and I absolutely loved this. I'm going to give it 5 stars. It was amazing. It's a Scottish romance, and our main character, she has to get married to this laird, and he had just lost his wife a couple years back, and so now she is becoming his wife, and they kind of have to travel back to his clan, and they kind of run into some trouble, and then her sister is also marrying another laird, and so they kind of have this like cool sisterly adventure traveling to both of the clans. And then I just really loved our hero. He was protective but not overly, I didn't think, and he really tried to understand the heroine and kind of the way she did things, and I really appreciated that, and it was fantastic. It was so good. So definitely pick this book up if you haven't already. And I always get my historical romances secondhand because sometimes, you know, if you want a specific cover or you want a step back, and some of the newer editions don't have step backs, definitely go to the main places I go for are eBay, Thrift Books, Half Price Books, that's local here, and I think it's other places too. But I love going to Half Price Books. It's so much fun for me. I think one of my favorite things about book buying is just going off and searching for goodies, and that's why I love going to Half Price Books. And I get a lot of my historicals off Thrift Books. They're amazing, and if you set up an account, you can get rewards, and then you can get like multiple free books, which I really like. This isn't sponsored or anything, I just really love Thrift Books. But the next book I read was Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas, and I'm also going to give this one 5 stars. I really loved it. Our main heroine, she is kind of having to take care of her whole family by herself, and her parents, both of her parents have passed away, and so she's left with her older brother and 3 younger sisters. And a couple years ago, her brother and her second youngest sister, when they both got this fever, and ever since then her brother hasn't been the same, and so he's kind of been on this tangent of spending their money, going off and getting drunk at random places. And so the opening scene of the book is her going and trying to find him, and then that's where we meet the hero, because he works at this, like, I don't know what it's, a gentleman's club, I guess, and he's I don't know, I think he's like the manager of it or something. And so she kind of meets him, and then they kind of have like a kiss in the darkness, and they have like, I love Lisa Kleypas so much. I just love how much angst and passion she can punch in her books. This is like my 3rd Lisa Kleypas book, and she's one of my favorite authors now. And I have all of her books on this shelf over here. You can't see it, but I wanted to collect all of her books because I knew she was going to be one of my favorite authors ever. And she's amazing. But anyways, so she decides, our main character, her name is Amelia, she decides to take her family to this countryside house that their family owns, and they kind of stay there. But then their neighbor is Lord Westcliff from the Wallflower series, and so we see a lot of them in this book, and I loved it because I love Lillian and Lord Westcliff. And I'm super excited to see if we see more characters from the Wallflower series. And I thought it was amazing. I love those scenes with them. And Cam, which is the main character, he's a Roman, or life of wandering and being in a tribe, but then he doesn't know he already has so many obligations in London, and that really played a big part on his character. And I just really loved this book. Also, what a lot of the book had to do with was Amelia's brother, just him going through things that his his demons, a lot of his demons throughout the book, and I thought that was really good. And he was kind of painted as this not like villain, but I think there is going to be a redemption story for him in the rest of the series. But I loved it. I just love Cam and Amelia. He's just so protective of her, and I just love all of Lisa Kleypas's heroes. They're just so swoony, and I cannot wait to read more from her. I'm just so excited. I don't even know what I'm going to read next from her, but leave in the comments below what you think I should read next or what series. I've started the Wallflower series. I've read the prequel in the first book, and then I just started this series, The Hathaways, and then the next book I read, I listened to it on audio, and it is If the Duke Demands by Anna Harrington, and I'm going to give this 5 stars. This was a really good reading vlog for me, and this was my first reading vlog ever, and I absolutely loved this book. So in the beginning of the book, our main character, I think her name's Miranda, she kind of has been pining after her like neighbor next door, Robert, since she was a kid, and they've always been really good friends. And so one night there's this like masquerade ball, and she decides to try to seduce him, and so she ends up going to his room, and they're both wearing masks, and she didn't know at the time, but she was seducing his older brother Sebastian, and they have like a little thing going, and then they like finally figure out like, whoa, you're not who I thought you were, and it kind of starts off from there. And then their mother is trying to help Miranda get into society and get a husband, but Sebastian is also trying to help Miranda get with Robert, but Robert never really sees her as more than just, you know, a little sister. And so that's kind of where the story goes. And then Sebastian and Miranda fall in love, but then Sebastian feels like he needs to marry a noblewoman to make his father proud, because his father passed away, and that really put a big impact on Sebastian. And it just was really good, and there was so much angst because Sebastian kind of was like, well, I need to marry somebody in high society, but they wanted to be together, and they kind of had like a secret courtship, and they would steal kisses with each other at balls and stuff, and it was amazing. I thought it was so angsty and great. I definitely recommend this book, and I am definitely going to read more from Anna Harrington. I know Peace Love Books, she loved this book, and I definitely got this recommendation from her, so definitely go check out her channel. I will leave it down below. But I just want to thank you all for watching this video. If you've stuck around till now, I applaud you, and there will definitely be more reading vlogs coming soon, and I hope